Chris Rotano, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Chris Rotano here from the mayor's office talking about city-offered grants.
This one? Cool. Hey, my name's Chris. I work for your Mayor Sam. I've seen a lot of you guys out in the community, so this. Sorry if I repeat this, but really happy that Tamika reached out so I can explain to you guys about Beautify SJ. Who has heard about this program? All right. Cool. Awesome. So back in December of 2016 and January 2017, we did a survey as well as the city auditor's office, and they said that the way, the neighbors are feeling that they're not as invested in the community because of all the blight that's going on in our community, right? They feel that they're not as invested and that the cleanliness and overall appearance of San Jose is affecting their quality of life. So in order to address this issue, the mayor launched Beautify San Jose. So what is Beautify San Jose? It's really to reduce blight and clean up San Jose. So what we're doing is stepping up our efforts by offering more city services to you guys, as well as organizing groups to go out and do volunteer litter pickups, organizing new neighborhood associations, and offering more services in general to help facilitate cleaning up our city, right? So back to this, I wanted to ask, who knows of the broken windows theory? Yeah.
Is that the idea that if the building is a broken window, that assumes it's abandoned, and then maybe some criminal element will take up residence in the house, and then worse and worse things will keep happening because it all started with a broken window?
Right, so the basic concept is the image of lawlessness can generate more lawlessness. It doesn't mean your community is lawless. It just, the image says, hey, come through, So what we are doing on the City Hall side is that we're really good at addressing the broken windows theory. We're really good at negating the negatives, abating graffiti, coming by and picking up the illegally dumped items, fixing the fences, etc., right? And so that's what we're going to continue to do. At the same time, we're also expanding by offering the Beautify SJ grant, the new My San Jose app, the free unlimited junk pickup for all residents. In case you didn't know, who knows about that free pickup program? Who's used it? Okay, all right, thank you. But if you do want to get rid of your fridge, your mattresses, your couch, any large bulky item except for concrete and hazardous materials and electronics, please do go to the Environmental Services Department website. They'll have the general line, call in, and then you'll be able to schedule your appointment, and it's free and unlimited, so they should not be charging you. So theoretically, you can schedule a pickup every week. Right? So what we're asking of the community is to get involved, right? Stay involved with your neighborhood association, attend the CLC, so thank you for being here. And spread the word about these programs. I've been to over 100 of these neighborhood association meetings. Surprisingly enough, a lot of folks don't know about that free junk pickup. Folks still don't know about the My San Jose app, which allows for easy reporting of potholes, illegal dumping, graffiti, abandoned vehicles, and streetlight outages, right? So we really need your help to get the word out to your neighbors about these wonderful services that we're now offering. So I also wanted to come back and talk to you about how Beautify did in this past year, right? So, like I said, spoke to over 120 neighborhood groups, helped form 26 new neighborhood associations, and over 60 projects citywide. So this is like painting utility boxes, litter pickups, dumpster days, park beautification, all that stuff. Good stuff, right? And this is also excluding the flood volunteers, by the way. So we've had an increase, a 200% increase in volunteer hours, and 90% increase in litter bags collected, right? So we're going from about 4,000 or 5,000 volunteers in 2016 to 13,121 volunteers with equivalent of 47,956 hours of volunteer time served. All right, and here's some projects that are happening. This is a community gardening happening over at Yerba Buena. This is the new mural at the Allen Walk RVAC, right? So it's on Allen Walk and Wright. So that's an example of what the Beautify SJ grant has been able to fund. So 71 community groups have been recommended. A total of $208,000 have been dispersed to these groups. And the return on investment is basically about $2.4 million. So that's great return on investment, considering we only dedicated $280,000, right? And of course, like I mentioned before, 26 neighborhood groups were first-time or reinvigorated neighborhoods. That's excellent. That's great, right? So over this next year, you'll be able to see their projects come up online at beautifysj.org. I encourage you to check out their progress. And I'm here to take any questions. Thanks for listening. Oh, and I know you guys care about the freeway, so I got some stats. So before you ask, in 2017, Caltrans spent $4,333,594 on cleanup. So this is on litter, graffiti, and encampment abatement, right? That's 5,795 cubic yards of litter picked up, 1,143,207 square feet of graffiti abated, and 5,082 cubic yards of illegal encampment abated as well.
Is that San Jose specific, or?
That is San Jose specific. Cool. Questions?
Chris, before you leave, let me get a business card of yours.
Sure, yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, yes, Rob.
Sorry, I have one question. So I know about this one just because we talked about it in our neighborhood association.
Right.
Are there other grants that are available, or is this the only grant that the City of San Jose has?
So this is the only grant that the city offers, to my knowledge. There are obviously a couple other grants for, like, I think art projects, but and then the Santa Clara Valley Water District offers a grant if you're going to directly affect, like, the streams, like the waterways.
To your question, have you heard of the Awesome Foundation?
I haven't.
They give you like $1,000 cash, $100 bills, and a pink envelope.
I'm sorry?
And a pink envelope.
Oh, cool. I mean,
Yeah.
so my question is sort of like, this was awesome, by the way, and how can we find out about, like, these other grant programs that as a community, and I know you work for the mayor's office, maybe you're kind of, I don't know. But I'd be very curious to know, like, what other grants are available from a community perspective, and what can we tap into?
The Awesome Foundation is like the most basic application you could ever apply for or
Do
submit.
you know any? Yes. Yeah.
Their main question is, how is this going to make the city awesome? And attach a flyer.
Well, I think
Right.
David might have some.
Can it just be
idea.
used per a neighborhood?
They do disbursements every month.
So probably the most prevalent grant or funding source that is actually relevant to this group here is our D3 participatory budgeting program. So we have $200,000, and again, I'd love to kind of toot our horn. We were the first ones to do it, and a couple of you guys were here. We're part of the budget delegates, and we're now in our third year. We have $200,000 that's being set aside for the D3 residents and employees, actually for those who work, live, and worship in District 3 to decide how they want to spend the $200,000. And this can range from, setting money aside for utility boxes, artwork, to infrastructure improvements, to street lights, to who know what. And so there's an opportunity there that that neighborhoods who are interested in. We are going to be kicking off our idea sharing phase soon. Mindy Nguyen from our office is the point person on that, so she'll be the. I can disseminate more information through Tamika to this group if folks are interested.
And just list your link. The link to your website has funding opportunities.
Yes, and that too. Yes, on our website too. Our website has funding opportunity. I was talking about our big one, the one that's turning around. Yeah. If you go to sjd3.com, which I can actually, if you want to.
It's on the agenda. She's trying to get your attention to point out that
Yeah.
all of these links are on the agenda.
And they're from our website, right? They're from our
It
website.
includes them all, so you can access the information.
So if you just give me one quick minute, I'd be actually happy to show you guys. If you don't, because obviously you can't get the hyperlink directly from. Let's see here. So we actually, I don't know if folks know, but we actually have a new website.
It is hyperlinked in the digital copy.
In the digital copy, that's it, yeah.
Of
But
the agenda that
if
you've all received.
if like you get attacked by a raccoon tonight on the way home,
There you go.
and you lose your paper, you can go to sjd3.com and then go to resources, right?
Oh wow.
And then under funding opportunities, there's SAP grant. There's other grants. For example, like the SAP grants, which is available to neighborhoods. You just broke down here. Here you go. Beautify grants, community grants, Knight Foundation, Awesome Foundation, as mentioned, Global Art Grant. So it's all available here if you're interested on our website.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
And thank
Thank
you.
you.
Sorry, don't get attacked by raccoon.
And real fast, if you guys really want to see this grant come back, the Beautify Street grants, we're in our budget cycle right now, so please write in. Just like how the council member said, write into everyone because they'll be voting. So districts 1 through 10 plus the mayor's office say, hey, the grants really helped out our neighborhoods, or we'd like to have a chance to apply this year. We'd like to see it come back. Yeah. So.
Right now, they can't apply. It's in June, after June, or can they apply?
Well, right now you can't apply, and funding for it really, it depends on what you guys would like. If you want to, that's why I'm encouraging. If you like to see it come back, please do write into our office. Say, hey, love to see it come back. Please put this in the budget message.
But the first cycle of funding has already gone
It's
out.
already been dispersed. You can't apply. Yeah.
For the ones that you were talking about, you can apply right now.
Yeah, you can apply that. You can apply. The SAP grants are actually administered through our office. So, and then the other grants down below. Can you push the arrow down?
Oh yeah.
The other grants, the Beautify SHA, the community grants, those are by the respective foundations or groups. Yeah.
Awesome. Any other questions regarding trash? All I do all day.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get Caltrans to respond a little better? I mean, that's the problem
Yeah,
in
I
our
mean-
neighborhood. We've got this, lots of trash and due to the homeless situation, and the fence is broken, and they just don't respond.
Right. They have a vacancy rate that's pretty high. I think last I spoke, they were closing in at about 40% vacancy rate in terms of their maintenance crew. It's a cost of living that drives most folks out, and so they go to the East Bay or Central Valley to do the maintenance work instead. And I mean, it's been an uphill battle with Caltrans, even worse with Union Pacific. I'll admit.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least Caltrans, on our end, they respond. So if you have a situation, go to their website and just enter the CSR, and then just forward it over to David or I, and be more than happy to follow up with Caltrans and kind of push them and see where it's at.
I'm just wondering, how feasible is it for the city to sue, Caltrans,
Well,
or?
to do that.
Well, I mean, okay. And I'm not defending Caltrans. I'm totally not. But they're actually
Markets.
doing
But they
more. Like I mentioned, that's why I pulled out the stats, $4.3 million in maintenance alone. The problem stems from the fact that we need to house our homeless, and at the same time, folks choosing to live. Because when I'm driving on 280, it's a high freeway, right? So no one's living on there. Where does the trash come from? Well, out the window, right? Yeah, so,
So this question is for the.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. The cleanup day is in April.
Oh, okay.
Great American Litter Pickup, yeah.
And then the grant opportunities to get funding, if communities came together and worked to clean up those areas, do you think that would be a problem?
Actually, you don't even need grants because the city will provide you the materials that you need to do that event. But do let us know in advance because right now we are trying to get the list of neighborhoods that want to clean up their respective neighborhoods.
Yeah.
But that's not on the Caltrans property, correct?
No.
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you can go in there if you want to, but
No.
probably.
No, that's what I was trying to see.
Yeah,
if that
I
was
mean,
something
do
they-
some insights, for air. I mean, 2 weeks ago we were on with Jose actually, we were on North Bayshore just cleaning up 17th Street, all that stuff.
So is there any thought process with the city to try to employ some of the homeless to do some of these tasks? Like, hey, we'll give you $10, if you clean up this area.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hiring a full-time employee sometimes is a little, more expensive and needs more investment. I'm just wondering if there's a way to kind of, okay, this problem obviously exists, right? But at the same time, maybe we can find ways to, work together. I'm just wondering if that's at all being discussed or thought about, or
Right, and so I'm not going to answer that part of your question right away because if I were, then I'd be breaking a Brown Act. Right, but Downtown Streets Team is a nonprofit that does that. So they'll do outreach services and then they'll employ them to clean up the city. Usually they have a pipeline. They get housing services, employment services, and gift cards to basically buy their daily needs, right? And there was about 84 in their San Jose program. They started in Palo Alto and expanded throughout the Bay Area. 84 in their active in their 1-year transitional program, with 20 on the wait list. So if you know of companies or of groups that are willing to help out the Downtown Streets team, send them my way, because I work with them. They're always looking for more volunteers. They're looking for donations, obviously, and help in any way to help them expand their mission in San Jose. I think they came in.
They actually and they actually get employed by our groundworks team.
Yeah.
In downtown
There's a
San Jose.
pipeline.
So we have you probably see them walking around downtown, the ones in the green or lime
Yeah,
green.
I actually know
Yes.
who they are. Yeah.
So a good percentage of them are actually they're seated from downtown streets team. And so kind of speaking to what you were talking to the council member earlier about how we need to have mental health services and all that. That's what downtown streets team, because it's you can give an individual a job, but to have the same thing with housing. In order for that person to be sustainable, you also need to have the supportive services.
Right, you need
too.
help them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's what downtown street team does, is that they provide all those supportive services on top of giving them a job.
I see.
Yeah. So there's that. Yeah.
If you, I had like shockingly good luck. I reported graffiti under the underpass, but it was rival gang members, so I included that, and it could lead like to violence and death. So they cleaned it up like within less than 72 hours. So I don't know if you've ever seen any of that, or
They
if you
do.
are afraid that that might happen eventually.
You do a great job.
But if you were to include that in writing, maybe.
With Caltrans, you mean? Or with
Mhm.
the citizens?
Yeah.
Was it?
I just want to say that in addition to contacting city officials, especially if it's a state department, you really should also contact your either state assembly member or state senator. Ash Kalra is our representative. We had that issue also on 13th Street with the freeway exits. And so by contacting his office, we were able to get it cleaned up probably within 2 months, which is pretty fast compared to other times we tried to contact Caltrans directly.
Okay.
So contact your elected official.
Okay, guys, sorry about that, but time for this item actually expired about 5 minutes ago. So Captain Santos is not here for his update. So I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Not tonight. He's gonna try to be here. Well, not next month.
Next month.
Yeah, because next month, if you see it, the budget.
Yeah. So our next meeting will be March 21st, but not here. Don't come. I mean, you can come here. We just won't be here. We will actually be touring San Jose Works at the Martin Luther King Library. Not sure what that is.
That's why we're going to tour. And California room.
Yes, the California Room. You guys know what the California Room is? It's about California and/or local history. It's on one of the way up top floors of the library,
They're always.
near the Beethoven Center, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty sure it's
That's
that
part
floor.
of
Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't know Beethoven had ever come here.
it. Oh, yeah.
So if you go to
Do you know
the,
if we'll be validated parking or any
Yes,
kind of
at
designated parking?
4th Street Garage,
4th
which is
Street
the
Garage.
one over there.
Yes.
4th and San Fernando.
Okay, thank
Right
you.
across from the library, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry, thank you.
Okay.
And if you have any questions, the links are there. Make sure it's on the-
Yes, we have many nice links for you to peruse. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you in March.